Future Stars Friday, the September 20th update. Let's get an update on the Breeders' Cup 2025. Remember, we've got more updates all the way up through Breeders' Cup Friday and Saturday. But this time around, we're going to take a look at the kickoff to the Road to the Kentucky Oaks in the Kentucky Derby 2026. Spice Runner and Taken by the Wind. They emerge victorious. We've got the Alcibiades coming up, the Keeneland Futurity. That's opening weekend at Keeneland. We'll also talk about some of the other stakes races like the Frizette, the Champagne, the American Pharoah, and also some recent maiden winners. But let's start off at Churchill Downs beneath the Twin Spires. The Road to the Kentucky Derby 2026 officially kicked off. And it was the Winchell Thoroughbred Colors and Silks emerging victorious. It was Spice Runner coming from about 3 lengths off the pace at the 4 to 6 furlong mark, saved some ground, and then got room and collared the favorite and leader Comport Late. Spice Runner winning that race. Now, it was his 4th lifetime start. He did improve a little bit from his previous races. Spice Runner, now a stakes winner. He picked up an 89 Brisnet speed figure in that race, the Iroquois Stakes, and then his Beyer speed figure came back a 76 for Spice Runner. Now let's see if he goes straight to the Breeders' Cup, or does he go to the Keeneland Futurity, or maybe wait for the Jockey Club Stakes at Churchill Downs at the fall meet. But lots of options available for Spice Runner. 4 lifetime races now. He debuted with a 59 Beyer, then picked up a 75, running second in the Ellis Park Juvenile, a career high 76 in his 4th lifetime start, and Jose Ortiz rode him in the Iroquois Stakes. Now, overall, the 2nd place finisher, Comport, he may have shown some distance limitations, and Vost, in his 2nd lifetime start, ran an even 3rd. I think we'll probably see him in the future in another Kentucky Derby points race on the trail. Now, on the Fillies side, the Road to the Kentucky Oaks 2026 kicked off. It was Taken by the Wind, winning the Pocahontas Stakes. She shipped in as the 4th favorite, almost 6 to 1, and came in from Saratoga. Was not bet down, even though it had a low Beyer of 53 in her first start. Picked up a win, again, saved ground, really stretched out nicely down the lane. I thought once she went to the lead, that's when she did her best running. Taken by the Wind, a Brisnet speed figure matching Spice Runner an 89 on the Brisnet scale, and then a 72 on the Beyer scale. So they have Taken by the Wind just a little bit slower overall performance-wise than Spice Runner. Now, Taken by the Wind, 2 career starts, a 53 Beyer at Saratoga, then up to a 72 in the Pocahontas. Irad Ortiz riding at Churchill Downs this fall meet. He picked up the win on Taken by the Wind. Early indications are that Taken by the Wind, Terry Bradshaw, one of the owners of that horse, they may be going to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies next for Taken by the Wind. In case you missed it last week, it was Boyd debuting with a 92 Beyer. No word yet on his next start, but that was a big winner for the son of Violence, Boyd, winning on the undercard of the Del Mar Futurity. Now, other news and notes, we've got the Ragozin figure of the week, a spun DMC, a 12 plus. Again, the Ragozin figure of the week. Again, we're seeing some horses kind of stalling out in that 10 to 11 range, but here's what we've got for the last 6 weeks. Brant with the 2 best Ragozin speed figures that accounts for ground loss, pace of the race, and also wind. Brant with an 11 in the Del Mar Futurity, a 6 in his debut. Ted Noffey right behind with a 7 plus in the Hopeful, and then Big Dom, he got a 10 minus. He may be going to the Keeneland Futurity for his next start. Now, the stakes race schedule coming up, we've got the Alcibiades on Friday, opening day of Keeneland, the Frizette on 10-4, the Champagne, the Keeneland Futurity, the American Pharoah, and the Oakleaf Stakes all coming up that first Friday and Saturday in October, and that'll be the final round of preps before the Breeders' Cup Future Stars Friday. Now, the fastest Beyers Colt speed figures on the year so far. We've got Brant with a 101. That was in his maiden race. Then Ted Noffey got a 98 in the 7 furlong Hopeful Stakes, a grade 1. It's Our Time, a 94 in the maiden win. His second start looks like it could be in the Champagne Stakes. Then we've got Boyd with that 92. Brant with a 91 in the Del Mar Futurity at 7 furlongs. And then Christopherson, another maiden winner out west with a 90 on the Buyers scale. Those are colts only and the fastest Buyers through last week. Now the Keeneland Futurity shaping up. We could get Ewing, Big Dom, Ted Noffey, the Hopeful Stakes winner, and Blackout Time, a maiden winner, first time out. Let's take a look at Ewing. He winning the Saratoga Special. That was a small field. He did it as the second favorite, kind of took advantage of being on the lead, using his early speed to his advantage. Ewing from the first crop of Nick's Go. He's trained by Mark Casse. Then Big Dom. He won at Saratoga, first time out, took some pace pressure, dueled for a little bit, and then picked up that win down the lane. He's going next to the Keeneland Futurity. His stablemate, It's Our Time, will be going to the Champagne Stakes. Now, Blackout Time was a maiden special weight winner, first time out. Looked good. Did it going 2 turns. That was a nice win for Blackout Time, who picked up that win first time out at Ellis Park. Then the Alcibiades Stakes, we've got the Angry Rabbit and the Spinaway winner and Tommy Joe. The Angry Rabbit picked up a win for Ken McPeak at Ellis Park, stretched out, and the Angry Rabbit going to be probably one of the favorites at Alcibiades Stakes at Keeneland opening day on Friday. The Champagne Stakes, we've got It's Our Time, Golden Tornado, Hero Declared, Dr. Kapur, and Emphasis, who scratched out of the Hopeful Stakes that was won by Ted Noffey. Now, meanwhile, we've got It's Our Time. If you missed his maiden win at Saratoga, a big victory, a nice stride on It's Our Time. He's by Not Our Time, the sire, Not This Time, and It's Our Time could be going to the Champagne. Now, the Frizette, we've got Carmel Coast and 5 Bars as some of the leading contenders. Of course, we may also get some of the horses that ran in the Spinaway Stakes as well in the Frizette. Now, the American Pharoah, we've got Intrepido, a nice winner for Doug O'Neill. Brant, the Del Mar Futurity winner, Desert Gate, and Boyd. Other stakes recent performances for those horses. In case you missed Intrepido, he won first time out. He won a nice 1-mile race at Del Mar, highly rated race, a good speed figure for Intrepido, and it looks like he's going to go straight to that American Pharoah race off that win. And then Brant under the Zedon colors, the expensive Gunrunner colt for Bob Baffert winning the Del Mar Futurity. He's pointing to that American Pharoah. Of course, Brant went from a 101 in his debut at a maiden race, then got a 91 in the Del Mar Futurity. And of course, he went 7 furlongs in that second start. Now, the winning you're in for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, we've got the Juvenile Fillies, the Turf, the Juvenile Fillies Turf, and the Juvenile Turf Sprint. That's all part of the Friday action on Future Stars Friday. Like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with your Breeders' Cup fans and your horse racing fans. Leave a comment. What's the horse you're looking forward to at the Breeders' Cup for Future Stars Friday? And the Breeders' Cup prospectus, stats, and information on the Breeders' Cup. Sign up below in the description to be notified first when that comes out. It's all part of Future Stars Friday, updates every Saturday, and other Breeders' Cup updates as we get closer. Link, like, and subscribe. And remember what D. Wayne Lucas always said, people have opinions, horses have the facts.